we're gonna look, see who just came in last. This is the last group. Hey, people that came late. How you doing? All right, doors closed. We're good. So sweet. Thanks everyone for making the time to come hang with us in the official Transformers panel at Comic-Con. So hopefully we'll have a nice hour of packed fresh content for you guys, giving you guys some sneak peeks as some of the toys come out next year, as well as some content. So I'm going to do some quick introductions of the crew here, a little wave to you guys, and I'm not going to let them talk because you guys don't want to hear who they are, you want to hear what they have to talk about. So I am Ben Montano. I'm the Global Marketing Director for Transformers. Next to me here, all right, over here I have one of our lead designers, Lenny Panzica. Next to him, one of my marketing managers, John Frazier. Next on the line, another design manager, John Warden. Next to John, another marketing manager, Ashley Creedon. The next one is our lead copywriter and also oversees some of our storytelling, Matt Clark. And last but not least, not an actual Hasbro guy, but he's still a friend of ours. One of the lead creatives on the Machinima series, and he'll have a lot to share with you, FJ DeSanto. We have a lot to share with you guys here, so I want to really get into the presentation. So, without interruption, we're going to dive in. All right, here we go. Let me first click. What the hell is this? What is this? What's going on? This is not my panel. I promise you. I checked the presentation. I swear to God.
Hello, puny humans.
Megatron, what are you doing here?
I have a shard to pick with you, Hasbro. At this Comic-Con, I have decided to set aside my appetite for destruction and return to my origins as a bot, loved by the commoner. The creators of this event have excellent taste in names. Yes, it's always good to meet another con. To demonstrate that I am a true hero of the people, I would share in the experience of these convention goers and see what all the excitement is about for these playthings of yours.
Great, so what happened?
Last night, I dispatched my Decepticon minions to obtain tickets to your Hasbro toy boutique. Ravage, Rumble. They spent the night outside the convention center with you pitiful humans. I mean, the good people of Comic-Con. After waiting overnight to assure their place among the chosen, the line began moving and my Decepticons reached the front. Well, as they were about to assure admittance for Megatron, you gave the final ticket to the human directly in front of them! Who was the last person deemed worthy of this experience? Someone wearing an Autobot t-shirt. It bore the image of that bumbling do-gooder Autobot Jazz, and a caption that said, Jazz Hands. I can only assume one of the brilliant minds on this panel approved of such an abomination. Ben Montano. I'm looking at you. I have waited an eternity for this. It's all Ben Montano. Starting this moment, you all report to me. You will deliver a daily email update and pledge of allegiance. You will be paid in Decepticon style, bi-weekly and in Energon cubes. Now that I am in charge, I'll be running this panel. Now, since clearly none of you can be trusted, I've had Soundwave hack into your presentation so I, Megatron, can control your news feed. Or fake news. How many of you follow Transformers on some sort of social media? Impressive. In a few short minutes, all of you who are following Transformers will be following us, Decepticons. And when I say you're following us, you're actually following me, Megatron! Millions of new Decepticons, all doing my bidding. Soundwave, what is the status of our Decepticon digital conquest?
Twitter feed taken over. Operation ready to commence.
Soundwave, proceed with the operation. I'll take care of this panel. Humans, you may begin. And remember, Soundwave will be live tweeting, and Megatron will be watching.
I did not see that coming.
That's the worst boss. That was awkward. Not often you get your panel interrupted by a Decepticon dictator.
I just can't believe you saw me with a shirt on.
Yeah.
So yeah, he said he's watching, so everyone please just, we'll be careful, you guys watch what you say, alright?
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to jump in. He gave us permission to start the panel, so we're going to jump in, and really I'm going to hand over to my team here, to Lenny and John, to walk you through some of the new products, hidden shells for Transformers the last night, both for our core kids, but also for some of the collectors and fans out there, and share with you guys some behind the scenes around the line. So, John, over to you, bud.
Great, thank you, Ben. So I have to apologize. I have lost my voice. I got too excited about this panel, and now here I am, voice lost. But I am still so excited to be here to talk to you guys about giving you a sneak peek behind the scenes of how the Transformers of Last Night product line came to life. So for our first item is our Mega Turbo Changer Dragon Storm. So you guys might be familiar with the Turbo Changer line. This is our line that's focused on kids with quick, clever transformation. But we wanted to maintain all of the great sculpt details of the figures from the film. And I think I'm going to turn it over to Lenny, and he'll kind of go through how we maintained all those great sculpt details, but really still delivered against that quick, clever, magical transformation. So, Lenny.
Yeah, so when we started development on this item, we got the script, and we were reading it, and we're like, there's a dragon. And if you know anything about me, you know I love dragons, you know I love monsters, so it's a headed dragon? This is awesome! So when we started developing it, if you could go to the next slide. As you know, if you guys see the movie, we only see him in his dragon mode, so we were like, we need to come up with a bot mode that really fulfills who he is, the character, and how he fits with the other knights. So as you can see here, there's a Hasbro developed design that plays into that pretty strongly. So when we wanted to get this guy across and make him feel like a really detailed, really play into all the awesome thorn details on his body, you can see this is artwork we had created this is a sculpt input. And as you can see on the sculpt input, this guy's a one-step changer, and one-step changers are very mechanical. There's a lot of linkages inside, so there's a lot of engineering that goes into it, as well as keeping the aesthetic true. But at the same time, this guy's got 3 heads, he's got wings, he's got a handle so kids can fly him around and attack with him. So there's a lot of back and forth, keeping the aesthetic and keeping the details. And just to kind of show you where we're at with him and how we ended up, his transformation is really awesome, and he kind of comes up pretty quick. It's a lot of stuff at the same time. But also, like any awesome elder dragon, he has his epic sword. That kind of is his blade fire sword. And then as you can see, this is a sculpt input. This is our gray model images where we'll critique and comment the functionality. And the final really cool feature this guy has is that he breathes fire on everybody else in the Turbo Changer line. So there's hidden deco across the line, and as he breathes his fire, it'll appear on each character. So it's a really fun item to work with.
Disclaimer, toy does not actually breathe fire.
He breathes fire in my mind.
That's very funny. So that is more of our turbo changer line, our kid focus line, and we're going to change directions a little bit for the other part of our movie product line, which is our premiere edition. I think that's what this crowd really wants to get into today. So our premiere edition line is all of our movie accurate line. So think vehicle licenses, highly articulated, more deco, more complex transformation, deep character assortments across our traditional deluxe, Voyager, and leader scale. So we wanted to start, the first item we wanted to show you is that Dragonstorm character, that brand new character. And I'm going to hand it over to John, who's going to go into how we are delivered one character from the movie, but how we approach it in a different light. Lenny just went into the Mega Turbo Changer and how we approach that for a kid audience. And now John will go into how we approach it from more of a fan audience. John.
First of all, let me thank everybody in the room for being a Transformers fan, because being at events like this really helped me to understand what types of things fans are really into, and it helps us design cooler toys for everybody. And with the Premier Class Transformers line, we try to bring lots of cool new features into the movie line, so it's more than a movie line. And that it's definitely the case with Dragonstorm. In the film, you see this guy split up into a bunch of knights, so we knew that we had to kind of pay homage to that, and we have him actually split into 2 knights. So this guy technically is a Duocon, which is really cool. When we started the development process on this guy, we worked through with Takara Tomy, incredible partners, worked with Kunihiro-san, who's one of the guys who actually worked in the G1 line, which is pretty awesome. This guy actually splits into 2 Transformers, Dragonicus and Stormring, is that right? Copy team? Copy that? So when you look at this guy, the figures, when you come by the booth, they're incredible, big Voyager class figures, but there's lots of detail. We actually use the CAD files from the movie to develop those dragon wings and that signature Thorn look. When we move along in the process, we create these things like 3D block models to understand where the interference is. And lastly, when you see this thing coming to life in the gray model stage, we really kind of focus on those faces and those details, bring that sinister look, so that fans of the movie universe really have the ultimate cool collector version. Awesome. Next up,
so, do you mind if I keep going then?
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
Attention, you ones! Soundwave has informed detected interference, coming from none other than Starscream. Of course, he's always up to something, usually failing. John Warden, tell them how many Starscream figures are in your movie line.
I think there's like 1 tiny turbo changer.
And how many Megatron figures?
I think 11.
It seems Megatron has the last laugh.
Sorry about that, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, alright, so I guess I'll show this guy. So I don't want to get blasted by, the Requiem Blast or anything. So we got leader class Megatron. This guy is awesome. I think he's got a lot of love for him. Thank you. This guy not only is really cool and does a good job of bringing to life what you see in the movie with the brand new Megatron design, which I know fans really love coming out of this movie, but the jet mode is really, really big, and it's really fun and posable and cool. And then when you look at this guy, you can actually understand like all the detail that was put into the film, and it actually almost has a feeling of an aircraft, the little working pieces and everything. And when we were starting to bring this guy to life in the model form, you can see like this little working cockpit. We actually have little flame pieces that hook into the engines on the back, and those actually can hook into his cannon on his arm too. So swing by the booth, this guy's really, really cool. But the coolest thing of all is he's got his helmet does that whoosh thing where it kind of opens up and the mouth reveals. There's a little lever on the back of his head, and worked with Miyake-san and Takara Tomy to try to figure out that little intricate mechanism, because we know the details mean everything to you fans.
Awesome. I know we're clicking through some of these quickly, so for those that aren't already following us on the Pulse, be sure to check it out, because a lot of these and other assets and images behind the scenes designs we'll share through the Hasbro Pulse, and so you can be a Pulse insider. But
definitely.
Keep it going, buddy. Next character, also a crowd. I expect some applause on this next one.
Decepticon Nitro. So Decepticon Nigel was one of those figures that's just really, really exciting to create because we worked with, again, Paramount had data to bring the figure to life in a really awesome way, but we had a chance to design the aircraft ourselves. So we had a lot of fun, like looking at aircraft designs and really trying to make this a very cool signature Hasbro created aircraft and bringing to life lots of awesome details like workable cockpit, all of his weapons and things like that. And the transformation is very unique. This guy almost kind of turns inside out as he transforms. But one of the coolest things is he actually, his head removes and he's interactive with the Cogman action figure. So Cogman, the small Titan Master, Headmaster scale figure, can actually replace the head of Decepticon Nitro and ride inside the jet cockpit. I mean, it's awesome. Speaking of Cogman, here's everybody's favorite headmaster from the movie, but we decided to take this guy to the next level. So in the movie, he talks about being a headmaster. We knew we had to make this thing come to life in toy. So when we started the design process, we kind of used the Aston Martin that he drives around in the film and made it into an awesome Transtector that actually you can take the helmet off of it. Oh, that guy's okay. And the inside of the car actually seats 2 Titan Master scale figures. It's completely cross-compatible with Generations toys. So the little Cogman figure is actually able to ride inside, and then you can get a wingman. If you want to have Jinrai go for, you know, the In-N-Out burger or whatever, you can drive your Aston Martin there. It's terrific. Whatever you guys do out here in California, I'm from the East Coast.
We shovel snow.
Yeah, we shovel snow. But last but not least, we got Bumblebee. And this Wave 3 Bumblebee. This Wave 3 Bumblebee is so great because he's a movie-accurate version. We see a very cool, customized 2017 Camaro. It's very, very exciting. We're closely with GM to get all those details right. And the proportions of the robot are on spot because we're able to use, again, the data from the film, the great relationship we have with Paramount Studios. And it's just a really, really incredible, perfect version. But when you look at this guy, one of the things that makes him cool is how complicated his transformation is. And the guys at Takara Tomy do an incredible job. Here's a sneak behind the curtain to see the design process of how we work back and forth with Takara Tomy. We do these little, small transformation sketches called conversion sketches to try to understand exactly how that conversion is going to work, how many steps it's going to take. If you like images like this, sign up for Hasbro Pulse. There's lots of really cool images on there and more looks into the design process, things like this. And here's a look at the gray model. You can see not only is it a great car, 2017 car, but you've also got Deluxe Class Bumblebee, awesome and posable. Check them out on the diorama. It's very awesome.
So that's great, John. So Bumblebee obviously has taken a journey in the movie universe since, you know, the very first movie, and 2017 actually celebrates the 10th anniversary of the first movie, which is super, super exciting. So that actually has allowed us to do a lot of cool things and things that are with fan focus in mind. So for the first time this year, we're delivering a movie masterpiece. So our masterpiece version of our movie characters with none other than Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. So we have Optimus Prime here.
I am so excited about this figure, and when you finally have a chance to get this guy in your hands, you'll realize how heavy and high quality it really is. And that's because the Takara Tomy and Hasbro have partnered up for one awesome version that's going to be sold around the world. This guy includes die-cast parts, articulated fingers, he comes with the blades attached to his hands, and he's actually the most accurate version of the 2007 Optimus Prime ever created. So I've talked to a lot of people already in the booth, fans that grew up with this film, 2007. This is really a new generation of Transformers fans who just love this version of Optimus Prime. And when this guy transformed in the movie, it was a life-changing event for them, and we wanted to make sure that we paid homage to that. So check this guy out. He's going to be out soon, I believe, in toy stores. And you can hold him in your hands and realize that this might be one of the coolest Optimus Primes ever made for Masterpiece. You can see the transformation effect here. This guy, I'm not joking, takes me 40 minutes to transform. It's like a very complicated brick set.
So find a glass of cognac or wine or whatever you're drinking.
Yeah, you make a night of it.
Throw like,
put on your favorite show, and have fun.
Contemplate the next step.
Yeah. Which one I do? So thank you guys for walking us through some of the movie lines, celebrating. Hope you guys are really appreciating the last night product line. We had a blast. developing it clearly, as you can see. But we want to shift gears a little bit, take you on a little bit of a journey down the generations path with us. We kind of all have the luxury of working on every one of these businesses, so while I do have a favorite child of my three, I won't admit that to my kids. I don't have a favorite child here, I love them all. But I'm going to now kick it over to Ashley to walk us through the generation story and product line.
Okay, so as you guys know, 2018 is going to be our last and final chapter of the Prime Wars trilogy, which is great, but sad as well, because we have just loved the journey that we're on. We started with Combiner Wars, so we went really big there, and then we went even bigger with the city-sized warriors, the Titans, and now, you can guess it, we're going as big as we can get. We're taking on the Transformers gods, the Primes. So, very exciting. We even turned over the power to the fans to vote on who would be the most powerful bot in the universe.
I expect we'll be seeing a lot of Megatron in this line. After all, we all know who would have made the best Prime.
No, I don't. No.
Breaking me out, that guy.
No.
Actually, though, Megatron was one of the candidates in the fan vote.
He was.
He was, yeah. But he lost out. He lost out to a giant gorilla.
Lost out big.
So the fans have spoken, and Optimus Primal is coming to life in our line, and he will be the bearer of the Matrix of Leadership and our Power of the Primes storytelling. So, Matt, tell us a little bit about these mysterious primes.
Sure. So this goes way back to the dawn of the Transformers universe. So long ago, epic warriors were created to fight a battle that would either cast the fledgling universe into darkness or allow it to grow in light. Now, these 12 warriors, you may have heard of them, they're called the Primes. So each Prime was given a unique ability and a mythical artifact. The Primes used those powers and artifacts to shape the universe, then slowly over time faded out of prominence and into the place of myth and legend. Until now. So mysterious bots carrying the sparks of the Primes have appeared. Now these spark bearers, called Prime Masters, can link with others to share those incredible godlike Prime abilities.
So Liege Maximo, as you guys know, is one of the 12 primes. But imagine that the spark of Liege Maximo is distilled into a powerful being called the Prime Master. This is actually, imagine the powers captured within a tiny being the size of a Titan Master. From a toy standpoint, we're bringing this to life in the Prime Masters assortment. They're a small figure that comes with a card, and the card actually is a collectible kind of piece that we're having a little bit of fun with across the line.
So if you imagine, a character like Liege Maximo, his, prime power, he has the ability to use words as weapons. So he's, manipulator, he's a charmer, he's a trickster. So, when you take that Prime Master and you put it in a character, like Dreadwind, who's all, Decepticon, who's gloom and doom, how would he use that power? And then we sort of wanted to take a look and explore, like, how would Dreadwind use all the powers of the Prime? So we actually created character cards for each character, every figure. We created a card to show how that character would wield the power of every Prime. So you've got 12 cards for each character. So when you've got Dreadwind, think about Solus Prime, she's the forger of weapons. How would, what kind of weapons would Dreadwind forge? Vector Prime is the dominion over space and time. With Dreadwind having that power at his disposal, where would he time travel to and why? So it's a lot of great fun, and so you can kind of see what Prime card that you get with your figure in that pack.
And for collectors, this is like 12 different cards to collect, so you don't know, which version of card you're going to get when you purchase one of the deluxe Fast Voyager class figures. It's really pretty cool.
But we got to do a lot of great storytelling, so there's 12 unique Prime stories for each character, and there's like, I'm a writer, so I'm bad at math, but it's a lot of stories.
So that's a lot of talk, which we appreciate the talk, but are you guys making any toys that you want to share with the crew here for the Power of the Primes line?
You bet. So we're bringing to life the Prime Masters line in a really cool way. So these guys are small and powerful, they gotta hide with something. What better thing to hide inside than a decoy suit? The decoy suit is actually Skullgrin. We heard from fans, you guys love the Pretenders, and that character is from that era, so we're bringing to life this in the smallest way, very collectible, $5 figure that can open up, store the power of Liege Maximo inside, and then even turn it into a weapon that you can outfit your guy with. So that Prime Master is going to be able to work across the entire line and energize any one of your generation's Power of the Primes toys. For every one of these guys, we've got awesome art. So throughout the presentation, you're going to be seeing some of this art. If you want to see more like this, check out sign up for the Pulse Online. It's going to be really cool. Next up, for Legends class, we have our favorite geologist, Beach Cole. I know you guys love those mini bots. We hear you loud and clear. This is a very cool version of him, and he can even hold the Prime Master in his little cockpit driver's seat area. So it's very cool, close to the animation, awesome character. Next up, we have Dreadwind. Dreadwind is one of the brothers, as you guys know. He changes into an incredible jet, and we're excited to bring him to life. He, of course, has awesome art. And next up, we have Blackwing. Blackwing is the other brother, and as you can see, he actually turns into the same kind of awesome G1 style jet. But if you guys guessed it, these guys, just like everything in the Power of the Primes line, has mysterious secrets. And their power is that they're able to actually join together in jet mode to become Dreadwing. Yes! You'll see all sorts of awesome Easter egg surprises sprinkled throughout the line. Stay tuned for lots more in the future. Next up, in Deluxe class, we have Jazz. It's a G1 favorite character, a very cool generation style for him, a cool new card design. You know, some people are big fans of this character, especially here in the panel. You know, like Ben.
I think Ben trying to put that in. I did not put that in, Ben. I swear to God.
Nice job cutting the line, Ben.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Next up, we have Voyager class. We want to bring together to life everybody's favorite Starscream is a sort of a G1 style update that draws influence from the IDW universe as well. I think fans have asked for a Voyager scale Starscream. This guy's very cool, and he's got sort of some secret powers that are going to be revealed later on. But last but not least, Rodimus Prime. This guy has got both the touch and the power. Rodimus Prime is a member of our leader class assortment. What's really exciting about this is finally fans are going to be able to evolve this character from Hot Rod up to Rodimus Prime. Yes! So the front of the vehicle actually removes and becomes a very G1 1986 accurate version of Hot Rod that then combines with a rear trailer in a very awesome yet slightly complicated way. Joins together, you can put the Matrix of Leadership into his chest. The center of the Matrix of Leadership actually removes, and you can put the Prime Master into it and have him taken over by Megatronus or Amalgamus Prime or whatever Prime you want to throw in there. Awesome art, and I think I, for one, am super excited to finally see Rodimus Prime come to life in a way, in my imagination, the 1986 movie, the way he was supposed to be done. So welcome to the table, Rodimus Prime.
How we've architected this line, similar to how we did with Titan's Return, but that our smallest transformer, our Prime Master, will work across the system and in unique ways at each scale. So you can see how at Legend scale they ride inside the vehicles, at Deluxe scale they'll fit into armor on the chest, at Voyager into armor that you can put on the hands, and then as John talked you through with Leader, inside the chest, combined with the Matrix of Leadership. So we're super excited about this line and this toy feature. We think it's going to be so fun to play out for our fans of all ages.
And I think as John alluded to, there are tons of Easter eggs that you're just going to have to hold tight and follow us to see as we reveal the rest of the characters and also really how these will play when you actually get them in your hands.
That's right.
And here, we wanted to give you a look. We saw a lot of that great artwork, and so here's how it will come to life on the packaging. I think our branding team really did an awesome job of, bringing together the mystery and the power of these Prime Masters across all the different scales. And what's really cool is it's designed to hold together with the Titan's Return.
It's a fantastic transition over to our friend FJ. So last but not least, I know you're at the end of the table, but it doesn't mean we don't love you. down there. Actually, way down there. So, yeah, Mike, over to you, my friend.
Hi.
Epic beginning. Epic beginning.
So, we're going to talk about the second chapter of the Prime Wars trilogy that we've been producing over the last year, which is Titan's Return and Combiner Wars, which came out last year. We're really excited about over 125 million views, global views, worldwide, thanks to our partners like Go90, AMC, SkyQ, and Sohu in China. So, you know, they have like ninjas here that will grab me if I tell you too much about the show and then they'll never see me again. So I can only tell you a little bit about the show, which is in production now. It picks up right where Combiner Wars left off. It's just around the time like when Starscream's plan is foiled. This has somehow triggered the return of the Titans to Seibertron. And again, you know, when you have big Transformers like this, big problems come up. So what happens first is, and this is, I'm going to get killed, is the first Titan that sort of...
Maybe my Megatron.
I know, I'm waiting for him to show up on the screen. The first Titan that's going to show up to wreak havoc on Seibertron is Trypticon. And the best part is I don't even have to explain who Trypticon is to anybody in this room, except for like 2 people in the back. So Trypticon starts to, you know, wreak havoc on Seibertron. It's up to, you know, our triumvirate from Combiner Wars, which is, you know, Optimus Prime, Megatron, and Windblade to sort of team up along with the sort of ragtag group of Transformers and Combiners to sort of stop this. And one of the things they're going to do is resurrect an ancient ally to sort of combat this, you know, threat of Trypticon in order to save, hopefully save all the Transformers. So, you know, we don't have anything from the new show to show you yet. I've been going back and forth from Japan working on the show with our team. Everybody's hard at work. So, like I said, I don't have much other than we have this really awesome cast that we've put together for the show. And our friends at Machinima have put together a little reel for you guys to check out. And just keep in mind, you know, the animation's from Combiner Wars, but they've put together something really cool along with some behind-the-scenes stuff that I think you guys will like.
It's Transformers, man.
Being part of the Transformers universe, you feel honored because it's so huge.
It is, in a word, awesome. The Transformers legacy is incredible.
Cut that chat, Rodimus Prime. Catastrophic.
And have so many of those actors return to play their roles is exciting on a whole new level.
This is the beginning of the end.
I just felt extremely grateful and that people really enjoyed what I ended up doing with Megatron.
Now, the Titans have returned.
Optimus, it is over.
So I'll take that as a good sign. So as you can see, I mean, this cast, I mean, this is awesome. We've got a lot of great actors that were on the, you know, on Combiner Wars, like Jason Parnoka, who was great, Megatron with Frank, who's over here with Starscream. You know, so we have all these great, you know, actors coming back to reprise the role, but what we're really excited about is, you know, we're bringing some, as you can see, some names that are going to come into this one and really take this whole thing to another level. And of course, the centerpiece of all this is that we got Peter Cullen to come and play Optimus Prime. So obviously, you know, you've got the Optimus for this. So, you know, when I listen to the voices when we're recording and stuff like that, you get the chills and all that stuff. And then
just as exciting as, especially if you grew up with the '86 movie, we've got Judd Nelson coming back to play Rodimus. It's funny looking at the toy and sort of seeing, you know, Judd. It just all sort of comes together. And also, you know, we brought some new faces. You know, especially here at Comic-Con, these people are sort of, you know, iconic. We've got Michael Dorn from Star Trek is coming to play Fortress Max. You know, Jason Lee Frank is going to be Emissary, and then you know, and Will Wheaton, who's a great Perceptor. You guys are going to really lose it when you see him. Really cool. And like I said, I can't tell you much more than that, or I disappear. And you know, I want to see it come out. And speaking of which, it comes out in November on Go 90 again. Except I think around the world they're handling all the distribution except in China, which is Seibertron.com. And then the one last thing I can tell you is, you know, this one, because as you can tell, everything's about bigger, everything's better. This season is going to be 10 episodes at about 11 minutes each, so we've got much more story, much more action. It's going to be great.
Attention, humans! This presentation will be word from our sponsor, me. Introducing the latest breakthrough in Decepticon weaponized breakfast technology. Triptychon's Titan Master Crunch. Yes, yummy. No automat will be able to stop you with the energy of 67 different Titan Master power-ups, supercharging your circuits. Complete Autobot-conquering breakfast. Try it today. Megatron demands it.
Absolutely obnoxious.
Pretty cool. Alright, so courtesy of Megatron, we are going to give away this really awesome Triptychon cereal box poster today in the booth, starting at 1 o'clock. So come down, get your hands on one. It actually folds into a real cereal box.
Also, just a quick and thank you. I hope most of you, if not all of you, help participate every year since roughly 2010. We've had the Hall of Fame. So these are the official candidates for this year's Hall of Fame vote. Again, directly from all of our fans through the fan sites. The polls are now open on the Transformers social media channel, so please get your votes in. Make sure the one you want to win wins in this category when we'll announce them officially at HasCon this September. So vote early and often, that's what they say, right? Yes. Cool. So we're going to wrap this with just some quick touches on the exclusives. We'll just kind of go quickly through. Hopefully you guys have already been to the booth or get down there to see them in person, but there's some quick things we want to touch on. So John, if you just want to take us home.
Yeah, so first up we have Primitive Optimus Prime. We partnered with Primitive Skateboarding Company to bring this really cool version of Optimus Prime. Had a little bit of fun with them. He's actually able to, you know, do some sweet grinds on that rail. We're, you know, a little hoverboard, little Titan Master. You can build a little skate park. I mean, what else do I have to say? It's incredible. And then we have an awesome burning rubber edition of Optimus Prime. It comes out with this incredible deco and packed out in vehicle mode, but with free gift with purchase, you're actually able to get a piece of Optimus Prime. This is literally a piece of Optimus Prime. We got it from the props department at Paramount. We brought the tire back to Hasbro, and now we're giving it to people here at Comic-Con. It's a gift with purchase. It's awesome. So stop by, check out these things. They're incredible. It even comes with a certificate of authenticity.
Awesome. Thanks. So with that, we're going to kind of wrap it up on our end. I don't know if hopefully no one's watching us as well.
I can at last own a piece of Optimus Prime. Thank you, Hasbro, for chopping up his tires. Soundwave, I am unable to suffer these shorts any longer. I shall take my leave of this panel and move on to our next conquest. Coordinates transmitting. Yes. We have Decepticon business that needs tending to in the gas lab district. It seems that our convention goers engaging in Autobot cosplay. Well, in a remarkable coincidence, Megatron has a Shopticon flash mob to release in exactly the same neighborhood. Soundwave, cease your transmissions. Humans, it's been real. And by that I mean insufferable. Transmissions terminated.
Awesome. So with that, we hope you enjoyed. You don't have to get up and run yet. We have a few minutes for some questions that we'd love to take. So please line up, but be careful, no running. And I will say, I always let the kids ask the questions first. So if any kids are brave enough to jump up there, you can get to the front of the line. But I don't see any running yet, so feel free to hop on, ask a question, and do the best to answer.
Hello. Hey. You finished the Tech Masters, but we don't see Headmaster RC.
Yeah. RC. That is a fantastic question. I think as you look, as you look at how we're evolving the entire trilogy, I think there's a lot of fun we're going to have with Power of the Primes. So I would say hold tight, and hopefully you'll be excited.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
I've loved the attention given to a lot of the female artists produced in the last few years. For a lead.
Good question. I mean, she's an incredible character. She's getting really awesome story arc right now in the comic book series. You'll have to stay tuned on that. We've got some tricks up our sleeve. I'll just say that.
Well, since you stole my question, certainly second to lead one, and preferably in a larger scale, fully detailed toy rather than just a repaint like we've got.
Yeah, it's about time.
Just do her right.
Yeah. She's cool.
Exactly. She was cool in 85 too. Will Masterpiece Dinobot from Beast Force see a U.S. release?
That's a good question. Marketing friends?
Yeah, great.
Let's stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Thank you.
I have a question. Now, this character's been popping up recently in games like Forged to Fight and Angryverse Transformers, and he has not gotten a good toy since 2009. Are we ever going to get a Decepticon Legend? I really love Decepticon Legend, mainly because he has it's like a samurai. Would we ever get him?
Yeah, there was an incredible version that I think was planned back in the day that utilized his tank mode. I forget the character was originally designed to be with. But stay tuned, because with the announcement of the decoy suits, Prime Masters, as you know, Bludgeon was actually a pretender. So there's certainly hope for our Power Bludgeon. Let's just keep our ears to the rails on that one.
I think it's a cool RID bludgeon.
There is a very cool RID bludgeon. Very good point.
Yeah,
cool. Hey, thank you.
What's your favorite toy from this new line?
Well, me or these guys?
You got one, two, yeah.
I like from the Moody line. I like Cogman, because I think it's funny that his little head comes off and you can ride inside of an Aston Martin and go with his friend and go in and out burner, like I said. But from the main line, I think Triptychon. Triptychon is really, really cool. I have a 5-minute sign on it. And I feed it into Tech Masters. It's just really satisfying. It sounds like Plinko, it goes in.
Lenny, do you have a favorite?
I'd say from the movie line, the Optimus Prime helmet. And then I would say from the Generations line, Leader Class Megatron. This is like gorgeous.
You guys good? Too many, all of them? All right. Thanks, but did you have a favorite? You got to answer.
Yeah, what's your favorite?
What's your favorite? Bumblebee. Nice. All right.
Hi, I just had a quick question. Are there any plans for Decepticons in the Masterpiece movie line?
Ooh, that's
Blackout, please. I would literally cry. Please, Blackout.
Well, I think we've got an incredible reception from the Masterpiece movie line here at San Diego Comic-Con, and we've got great things in store. I wish I could say more, but certainly the movieverse has lots of great villains. I'll stop that.
Thank you guys so much.
Hello, we're doing more like movieverse action figures, but with 90s repaints.
With
like what we like what you guys did last year in the SDCC for the Dinobots.
Oh, okay. There's no plans there's nothing in the works now for that. But that set was really cool. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, no plans at this time.
Something else I forgot. Are there any plans to do the combiners we haven't seen yet, like Abominus, Predaking, and Instructor?
I don't think anyone else is interested in that. There'd be no reason to do that at all. Probably shouldn't do that.
You just have to stay tuned. We definitely hear you loud and clear about the popularity of those guys.
Yeah, and also, what about some of the other IDW characters? Atomizer, a Nautica that's like an original mold for Nautica, and some of the other IDW new characters.
Well, Nautica we did bring to life in one of the series packs, and she did have some new pieces, so no plans for her at this time. But yeah, we're definitely looking at the IDW universe. We recognize how broad the spectrum of Transformers fandom is. So we were always thinking it very much fits into what story universe we're trying to tell at the time.
Sure. And if I guess Road Caesar maybe is an updated new one. Just throwing it out there.
Just get your Christmas list.
Okay. Exactly. Thank you.
I'm wondering what you have planned for that Starscream mold.
There's some cool things planned for that Starscream mold. I'm glad you like it. Definitely some cool things in store. Yeah.
Come on. Give me.
Next. Good try.
My question's about the Siege on Seibertron box set. Is that going to get a broader distribution at some point?
I think right now it was planned as an exclusive with Big Bad
Yeah.
Store, and that's right now the plan for it. I believe it was sold out very quickly, and they were trying to get more in stock. So I know they did have another order in the works.
Yeah, so I think it's more about getting more quantities out to you and the others, so that's the plan. And we're in discussions with them right now. I think it sold out so well, hopefully that's what we can do.
Hey, very excited about the Decepticon coming out shortly. I have heard some concerns from some early models that have been out where the hips the joints are really, really tight to the point where they're stripping inside. Can you comment on that at all, and if there's production fixes to work on that?
Hasbro is definitely aware of that. I certainly troll the internet to see what you guys are looking at. But I can say that our QA department at Hasbro has fully looked at the situation prior to release. The incident of that might have been a few isolated incidents. Regardless, I still took note and reported it to our engineering department. We're looking into it right now to see whether or not it's an issue.
So, I'll say what I did in the office, I had John do a split for me on the table.
I tried.
Yeah, he tried to see if his hips held up, and they were shaky. So, yeah, there's only so much I found out the T-Rex can't do.
I'm aware of that issue. Yeah, we're looking at it.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah. All right.
Will you be making an Overlord anytime soon?
We most certainly are. In fact, stop by the booth and you'll see there's a brand new leader class Overlord figure that splits into two vehicles and it changes into a base mode. It's really, really cool. In fact, we worked with some fans to color match that off of the original Overlord toy from the 80s. It was a mint package sample, so the colors, we literally held them under a light table and matched them perfectly. We know how popular this fan is for toy collectors and to IDW fans, so swing by the booth, it's really, really cool.
Thank you.
Thank you, Optimus. All right, so that was the last question. So before you guys all go run off, thank you guys for your time, your attention, for cheering, for just being awesome fans and supporters of us. We know there's a lot to do here today this morning, so glad you guys made the time to hang with us. I will say a lot of the toys that we showed, if not all of them, in this presentation today will make their way into our booth later this during lunchtime. So give our guys a little bit of time to set them up, pose them out, make sure they look awesome, but come back this afternoon, grab your friends that couldn't make it to the panel, so you'll actually get to see the Power of the Prime's toys firsthand down in our cases. So
come ask us questions. That's why we're here in San Diego.
Yeah, awesome. So I'm going to sign out, and I know that I did see, though, I see on my computer right here, there's a message. There's one last transmission that was sent from Seibertron, so I was told I have to play this.
Autobots inferior. Transformer fans superior.
There we go. Thank you, Tommy, for that. Thank you all for being the best supporters, and hope to see you guys throughout the course of the weekend.